Hello everyone and welcome back to Easy English with Mono. Today in this lesson I am going to be teaching you the very basic English tense that is all about present perfect tense. This is something very basic and important to learn because sometimes it gets confused to use. But how to make present perfect tense, that's very easy. Sometimes it gets confused to use both in British English and in American English. But here we are going to learn how do we make present perfect tense and its rules, and how can we use present perfect tense in our daily communication. So if you are here for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon there so that you will not miss any latest updates whenever I upload a new video. So here, without wasting much time, let's get started. So the rule to make present perfect tense, that first of all you have to remember I have already made a video on present continuous tense, okay, and there I have already told you the base form of the verb be has conjugated is and are, and here the base form of the verb have conjugated has or have, okay, and there must be a subject, means the doer of the action. Has or have has to be there as an auxiliary verb, and the main verb has to be in past participle, means third form of the verb. Let's see an example to make this concept more clear. Here let's come to understand some of the basic examples in present perfect tense. Okay? So if the subject is I, we have to use have. And remember, present perfect tense has a connection with past and at the same time with present. Okay. And the reason why we use present perfect is to talk about an action is already done, but still there is a memory in our head, means you have some good experience in the past and still you remember and cherish those experiences. Okay. So in those occasions, in those particular situations, we use very specifically present perfect tense, and it has got a connection with past and at the same time with present. Okay. Let's make this concept very simple by learning some of the very important usages of present perfect tense. Let's see one example here. I have, and let's take one example of verb 3, eaten. I have eaten means an action is already done. I have eaten. Okay. And if the subject is third person singular, she or he, then we have to use has eaten. So the subject is main first person singular, I have, he or she has, and if it is for you, then we have to use have, then we have, they have. This is the basic rule. Hope you know it very well. Okay. We can see here some of the examples of present perfect tense. I have enjoyed the movie. Here, based on the rule, the subject is I and the auxiliary verb with I is always in this tense have, and the third form of the verb past participle enjoyed. I have enjoyed, and it relates to a kind of experience. I have enjoyed the movie, and what I enjoyed, here is the answer, the movie, and the movie is object, and you know the subject verb object combination of the correct sentence. So here it is, all the sentences are in present perfect tense. Second sentence, you have given the wrong answer. The answer you have given is wrong. You have. The very basic thing to learn is the subject and the verb combination. Here the subject is you, and with in this particular tense we have to use have with you, then after third form of the verb to talk about a kind of experience. Okay, means something that has already done in the past, a short time ago. He is third person singular, that's why we have to use the auxiliary verb also in singular form. He has, and it is a negative sentence. He has not been to Europe, means that person has not ever visited Europe. So here what you want to remember is that to make a negative sentence in present perfect tense, we have to add not in between auxiliary verb and main verb. I will make it very clear to you. If we want to make a negative sentence in present perfect tense, we have to add not in between auxiliary verb and main verb, so that sentence will become negative. Hope it's very clear to you. Yeah, here the next one is we have attended the meeting. Positive sentence. We have. We plural, that's why we have to add have, the third form of the verb, attended. We have attended the meeting. What you want to do is that when you attend this lesson, and if you are here to learn and improve your English, you have to learn the basic concept and you will have to try to make your own sentences. I always advise my students and viewers that if you are much interested to improve your English, you will have to do your extra work, personal dedication. You'll have to find at least 30 minutes a day to improve your language. Watch good videos and learn the basic concepts and try to use those rules and concepts that you learn in your own sentences. Okay, whether you make mistakes, it's not a big matter. Okay, just try and try and try and improve every day. Okay. So here in this part, I am going to just explain how we can make an interrogative sentence. Means how can we ask a question in present perfect tense. I hope you have noticed some changes here. The auxiliary verb has come, the first part. Auxiliary verb is here. Auxiliary verb is in the first part. Then after we have to use the subject, then third form of the verb, means past participle form of the verb has to be used. So this is the structure of interrogative sentence in present perfect. First we have to use auxiliary verb. It can be either have or has. Have is here. Have you completed the work? Have you attended the meeting? Has he reached home? Okay, so these are some of the examples in sentence that are present perfect in question form. Hope this concept is very, very clear to you. Now we will discuss on something related to contraction, means how the subject verb agreement in present perfect tense can be shortened. That's called in English contraction. So we will learn now contraction. I hope you might have already learned what is contraction. It means short forms. This is something very, very important. For example, we can see I have. Remember, I have already explained in one of the earliest videos that this contraction is commonly used in informal way of writing and especially in spoken English, in speaking style. And this full form of the practice is commonly accepted in formal way of writing. This is an official style of writing, and what we are going to learn now, contraction, is speaking style or informal way of usage of language. So how can we just shorten this I have? Yes, here it is, I apostrophe V-E. Let's see some of the examples. I have, then after you have. How can we contract you have? Yes, first of all we have to write you, then after apostrophe V-E. Okay, you can just take notes to improve your English. Let's see, then after we have, V apostrophe V-E. We have. They have. They apostrophe V. Okay? This is called contraction. Okay? And how it is pronounced, that we can see now. Let's see one more example of he or she. He has or she has. He apostrophe yes. Okay. So now how it is pronounced, that we can just practice. I have. I have. I have. I have is not pronounced in speaking style. I have. I have. I have a brother. I have a sister. I have. You have. You are. You have. You have. This is some kind of practice. We have, we have, we have. That word have is not very clearly stressed. In shortened form we use. We have, they have, he is, he has. He is also used and he has. But what is the correct use of the language? That based on according to the situation that we use, he is or he has. He has, she has, it has. I hope this is very very easy for you to understand. Now let's try to understand how we can just make negative of contraction. Let's example have not. How can we make the negative of have not? Yeah, haven't, haven't, and has not. HASN apostrophe T. This is something very very important to practice by writing more. Okay, haven't, hasn't. Okay. She hasn't called me yesterday. I haven't completed the work. Haven't, hasn't. Okay. So this is the correct use of negative form of the contraction. Have not, has not. Now we are going to understand how do we use present perfect tense in English. This is something very very important to learn. If we are learning English, then we must understand about the tenses, when to use and where to use and how to use. So here in this section I am going to explain to you how do we use present perfect tense properly. The first criteria of using present perfect tense is to talk about experience. If you want to talk about our experience that has some relation with the past and with the present, then we will use present perfect tense to talk about our experience. Let's see some of the examples to make this concept very clear. I have eaten pizza. Here is an experience related to something that I have eaten. I have eaten pizza means that an action is already done, but still that activity has some memory in my head, means that relates to our experience. I have eaten pizza. Let's see one other different sentence to talk about experience. I have lived in Kolkata for 2 months. Here this sentence structure is in present perfect. I have, the past participle form of the verb lived. I have lived in Kolkata for 2 months means this is an action that's already done, but still it has some experience and memory in our head, in my head. So that's why it relates to present perfect. I have lived in Kolkata for 2 months. So these two examples, and there are many examples that you can make yourself to talk about experience. Okay, so hope this is the first usage of present perfect tense to talk about our experience. Now let's come to understand the second usage of present perfect tense to talk about a change. Some changes have happened. To talk about a change, we use present perfect. For example, imagine that you do not have a house right now, or if you do not have a car right now, and you are going to buy. Means in the past you don't have something, you did not have something, and now you have. Means a kind of possession you did not have in the past and now you have. Let's see the example like I have bought a new car. You did not have a car in the past. Okay, means in the past you did not have a car, but now you have. Means the situation is changed. To talk about change, we use present perfect. I have bought a new car. And let's see some other example of change, like in the past it was not there, or the situation was not there, but now it is there. Means to talk about or to show the difference of change. One other example of present perfect tense to use to talk about a change is my friend has broken his hand. I think this sentence is very easy for you to understand. To talk about this sentence is telling about a change. My friend has broken his hand. Yesterday his hand was very good and it was not broken. Now what is the condition of his hand? Yeah, it is in broken state. So it talks about a change happened within a period of time, short period of time. So this is a present perfect tense. The structure is my friend is in third person, is a singular. That's why we have used has broken. Okay, so this is a usage of present perfect tense to talk about change. I hope this concept is very clear to you. Now let's come to understand the third usage of present perfect tense. And present perfect tense is also used to talk about a continuous situation. To talk about a continuous situation. How can we make a sentence in present perfect tense to talk about a continuous situation? Here we have to use a very particular word, that two words that you have to use, for or since. Means these two words are very important to talk about an action that has already started in the past and is still continuing, and here that is used since. And here the for is used to talk about an action that has lasted or continued for a period of time. Let's make this concept very simple way through examples. I have worked in this company for 10 years. I have worked is in past, in present perfect tense, means it relates to the past experience, but this is in present perfect to talk about a past continuous situation. It was continued for a period of time. How long? For 10 years. So here the word is used for to talk about an action is already done for a period of time, continued for a period of time. So that's called continuous situation. We use present perfect tense. Let's see another one sentence in present perfect. An action has already started in the past, but still it is going on. There we use for since. I have worked here since 2nd October. I have worked here since 2nd October. Means an action has already started in the past and still going on. I have worked. And here since, why we use since? To talk about a particular time. In the past started something, an action, and now it's still going on. Something has already started in the past and is still going on. So here these two sentences are used, for and since, to talk about a particular time or a period of time. An action has continued for a period of time, and here the structure is in present perfect tense. So you can make your own sentences to improve your English, and if you have some doubts you can just comment me below in the comment box, so that I will just get in touch with you through fast replies. Now it's time for quiz. based on the lecture today you have attended, you can test yourself how far you are able to understand today's concept all about present perfect tense. So this quiz time will help you to understand how you were able to understand and how were you able to use this present perfect tense. So let's see the first question. Rose, there is a blank, you have to use the correct auxiliary form of the verb. Rose blank not been to Italy. What may be the correct one? Yes, Rose has not been to Italy. So this is the correct one, has. Second one, blank, you finished your work as a question. Yes, have. Have you finished your work? Now let's come to the third one. Lucy has blank her bag. So there are three options: forget, forgotten, forgetting. What may be the correct one? Lucy has forgotten. The third form of the verb is forgotten. Yeah. The fourth one here is the children blank the lost cat. So the children, singular or plural? Here are three options: has found, have found, is finding. Here the correct option is the children. The children is plural. That's why we have to use the correct form of the auxiliary verb have found in present perfect. The children have found the lost cat. And let's come to the last one. She hasn't worked blank last August. What may be the correct option? Yes, she hasn't worked since last August, because since is used to talk about a particular time started already in the August and it's still going on, a kind of no work, because the person, she hasn't worked from that particular time and that action is still going on. Since is the correct option. She hasn't worked since last August. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. All the things that I have explained today in this lesson, hope you enjoyed and understood everything very well. And if you want to get more English free lessons, then please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for watching and thank you for learning English with me. Have a nice time.